Hi, good morning, everyone, and thanks for the opportunity to share with you some of the thoughts that I have for your business. I'm David Ho. I'm the principal architect for from Navigator Asia Business. This is a company that I set up for the last 12 years, and I'm super passionate in terms of areas of data-driven omnichannel marketing. And I help my clients to basically design visions and build marketing excellence in their business so that they will have a very bright future, right, for their business. And I know that in fact, all of the businesses has been running and has been making a lot of traction in the marketplace, especially in Malaysia. So I just want to say that I just want to honor you, all of you, for doing such a good work. And just want to share from a marketing perspective, right? How could I actually help you to to chart, right, in this very challenging and competitive marketplace in Malaysia and in Southeast Asia. In today's world where we live in the omni-channel environment, we before we even chart our marketing for our business, we need to understand the whole ecosystem, right? The whole ecosystem for our marketing. And on the right hand side, you can see here on the right hand side here, where I say this is Media Intelligence Command Center, whereby the things that there's a lot of information that and data that we can actually comb from the media channels, right? So, and it is very important that we establish a media intelligent command center, hence where we look in terms of all the media alerts that talks about our brand, our competitors, the marketplace, and we need to monitor and analyze it. And this is where the thing is that it's important for us to understand that how we could actually use AI today to help us to ingest a lot of data that is found in our business and in the marketplace, in the media environment. And henceforth, with that, we need to put it into what I call our consumer data platform, right? Because in today's world, where we look in terms of environment of omni-channel marketplace, we need to use data to drive our marketing decision, right? And with that, having our data analytics and actionable insights report in that's placed in our consumers data platform help us to strategize, right, and plan, and henceforth help us to actually develop. I think the first thing that we need to do in our marketing is to develop a content hub, right? And content hub exists basically comprises with articles, blogs, and even videos and podcasts, which is really right now the um, most popular format, at least in Malaysia and within this region. And with that, we need to have what I call a CMS, which is a content management system, right? To host and to basically help us to distribute our content to basically to our to different places, like for example within our website, which is our own media, where all of us have our websites, and some of us we have YouTube channels, and we have some of us have physical concept stores, and some of us have e-commerce, right, or what I call e-shop, or even a mobile app, right? So kind of like Content Hub plays very important role to basically distribute and purpose for content in our own media. And not only that, help us in our advertising, where we look in terms of advertising in paid media, right? So paid media, we have whole opportunities to look at in terms of social media, Google Ads, digital out of home, all right, even work with key opinion leaders, YouTube ads, even with Google Display Network. And our Content Hub not only help us to advertise, to provide content for our advertisement in the paid media, but also help us in our corporate communication, where corporate communication is a very essential department in our organization, where we look in terms of how we can actually earn media, right? Earn media. So things like, for example, within earn media, you have digital PR, you have social media. So you have Facebook, for example. Facebook is one of the and one of the most dominant what do you call um, social media platforms for community building, right? And so you can have like news sites. You got Reddit, which is a very popular forum nowadays for discussions on key topics. And you can also work with influencers and key opinion customers, for example. And once you have an earned media, this is where, from a search engine optimization point of view, where you get a lot of backlinks, right, to your websites. And having a websites with lots of backlinks helps basically to create visibility for your website within the industries that you are in. And as people are keying the relevant keywords, what you have is that you get traffics from these people who are in the search engine looking for um, solutions to their problems within your business environment, right? And SEO plays a very key important role here. You can see here SEO, whereby SEO gain provides the backlinks and a search engine ranking page. So this basically what I've done is an overall view of the ecosystems that we need to understand. What are the components that we need to develop in order for us to do omni-channel marketing, right? Which is much driven by data, all right? So I took the opportunity right now to share to deep dive into your business. So kind of like I've done analysis for each of your business, and later on I will share all the information and slides with you, right? So I'll send it to Chris, and you will have all the informations that I have done a deep dive for you. So let me start with Buddy Cloud, right? So Buddy Cloud. And let me just do this. Buddy Cloud, right? So Buddy Clouds. So I think the first thing that before we even do our what do you call our chart, our digital marketing, our marketing, right? Omnichannel marketing. We need to do a SWOT analysis, right? A SWOT analysis, and SWOT analysis here basically um, is this. Okay. Yeah. So just going to share with you this one here. Okay, so SWOT analysis, I think for Buddy Cloud in Malaysia for the pet care market, right? You can see that things that over here, I've done a SWOT analysis, which basically the things that you are innovative in terms of your digital solutions, you are digital first accessibilities, and you do alignment with the premiumization trend, which is great because Malaysian pet owners today increasingly prioritize premium health services, with 61% of the pet food market comprised of premium cat food, right? And one of the things that I found is that I think pet owners in Malaysia, it's very more prevalent and dominant with the Malay market, right, as opposed to the Chinese market. And I went to your website, and one of the things that you have your website basically states that you have this. Let me just go to your website, Buddy Pet. Okay, Buddy Pet.
But now it's Buddy Cloud.
Buddy Cloud, sorry, not Buddy Pet, Buddy Cloud. Okay, no, it's not this one here. So if you key on Buddy Cloud, okay, yeah. So obviously things that if I type in Buddy Cloud, right? In at least I'm in Malaysia, I can't find you, right? So it's very important that Buddy Cloud needs to have a strong presence, SEO presence in Google search, and I think that's very key. And one of the things that I want to highlight was that the language, right? So obviously you have Japan English and Chinese, and I think one of the opportunities that you can really look at for Buddy Cloud is to have a a Malay section, right? A Malay section, Bahasa Malaysia, all right? And this really helps to get your quick wins, right? Because you want to actually appeal to markets that is more dominant, all right? You have a bigger market share, right? So you need to do a lot of your activities, within the areas of like TikTok, for example, which is a very popular channels in Malaysia amongst the Malay pet owners, especially for cats. And as you know, the Malay segments, right? They actually do not actually have dogs, right? So only cats, very cat specific. So you got to be very sensitive culturally too, in terms of when you do our marketing towards that, right? So kind of like going back to Buddy Cloud, right? So kind of like as we talk about the different things in the omni-channel environment, so kind of like the first thing what I did was that in terms of Malaysia itself, what was your traffic like? Yeah, what was your traffic like? So I key in buddycloud.co.jp/English, right? Apparently there's zero traffic. I say zero traffic, right, for Malaysia, right? So nobody goes to your websites. People cannot find your website, and people don't have traffic. You know, no Malaysian traffic goes to your website, right? Especially for the English, right? So kind of like this is very, very this is very, very critical. We need to build traffic. If we don't build traffic to our website, people do not know about us, and we are not able to establish a connection with them, right? So kind of like if you look in terms of some of the keywords that's important within your website, the keywords are not ranked very well. So what I've done is that I look in terms of analyzing your website and look at what are the backlinks that's involved here. So kind of like in this page that you have, which is the Japan version, there is about 27 backlinks, right? And so the more backlinks that a page has, the more traffic it typically receives. So if you want to build your traffic and want to rank high from an SEO point of view, you need to have a lot more traffic, right? So what I've done is that I've created a spreadsheet for you, which you have access to it when I share this slides with you, and this one here. So kind of like if you go to here, so these are the 27 backlinks that is involved in here. Okay. So you have the source page titles here, you have the source URL, and it links to your website, right? Which is Buddy Cloud. And it's ranked by the domain authority and page authority, all right? And it says anchor sin, right? So how do we use this is basically things that from here, what we use is to really understand, right, what are the backlinks that's available and how we could actually harness those backlinks. And the next thing that I look at your website and currently right now, what are some of the keywords, right, that we can actually capitalize on our websites. And for Body Cloud, right? The things that if you look in terms of the keywords that's available for the Malaysian market, there is no relevant keywords at all to build our content hub. And what is captured from Google are basically, you know, keywords like cloud to cloud, company cloud, and company, right? So kind of like these are not relevant keywords that we can build upon. So we always need to go back to our backlinks and look in terms of what are the keywords that is available here. Yeah. So and what I did was that I went back to Buddy Cloud and did kind of like what you call SEO a website audit in terms of what are the page titles that involved in here, which is all very limited, right? So you don't have the meta description, you don't have the meta keywords, and you don't even have your headlines. So nonetheless, what I did was that I pull in all the backlinks to, and looking in terms of your website, how could we can actually generate a marketing strategy, right? So kind of like if you look into this one here, so what I've done is that I've done my research, and what I've you know developed is basically the first draft of your marketing strategy for Buddy Cloud, right? Okay, just let me just go a little bit more here. Okay, so let me make this bigger a bit so you can see. So this is documents that I'll leave on with you because to be very honest, within half an hour, right? That's quite impossible for me to cover everything, right? Yeah. So kind of like for Buddy Cloud, you can see here, have your mission statements, right? And the things that if you look in terms of your core elements of your business mission is to eliminate regrets, it's to promote happiness, is to address pet issues, and how you could actually deliver on your mission. It's basically in terms of these are all these um, areas that you can actually deliver on your mission, right? To help, right? And what I'm trying to say here is that before we even develop our marketing plan, it's very important that we know what is our mission and vision, right? And with this self, we are able to develop a marketing plan that outlines the strategies and tactics that effectively promotes our product and services. So it could be, reaching our target audience and also achieve our business objective, right? So kind of like you have a whole situation analysis, and I showed you just now. I did a SWOT analysis on your business. So have a look at it, and I think the key thing here is that with the mission statements, situation analysis, and also what are your target audience definition. I think that's very key. So in the case for Buddy Cloud, your demographics is definitely going to be digital savvy pet owners who are actively seeking for information and solutions for their pet health, right? And the psychographics is basically individuals who consider their pets as family members and highly concerned about their well-being. So I think what the needs of your target audience is basically are looking for convenience, accessibility, and reliable methods, right, to monitor their pet's health and to prevent health issue. Yeah. So kind of like what are some of your marketing objectives, right? Clearly the things that you want to build your brand awareness, and you need to be smart about it, you need to increase rapidly by 40% within next year. Because as you know, as we did a search in the Google search in terms of your company name called Buddy Cloud, uh, in Malaysia at least, it was not found, right? And you need to build your brand awareness, and this is where you need to drive user adoptions for Buddy Cloud services, targeting an increase of 25% in your Buddy medical check kit sales, right? And you want to expand into new international markets, like example in China within 2 years, right? So kind of like And there are several marketing strategies I can see just now from the omni-channel part of it. So you get content marketing, right, where you need to develop informative content, blog posts, articles, videos on pet health, preventive care, and the benefit of early detection. And most of my clients, right, when I tell them that you need to develop a content hub, everyone is so concerned, right? Because you don't have the resources, right, to develop this. But today with AI and generative AI, it's very possible, right? From to develop content from text to videos, text to text, obviously, and text to podcasts. So kind of like I've been doing that for all my clients, and to develop a strategic content hub so that they're able to do their advertising, they're able to work with on their earned media, and also work on their SEO. And this is where content marketing is really the one that gels everything together and helps you to be competitive in the whole marketing environment. And I think social media is something that a lot of businesses uses. But one of the key things that I want to highlight in social media is basically um, social media is a very hungry monster. You in and social media's algorithm, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, or even LinkedIn, they are very hungry in terms of content. So the things that we need to develop a social media calendar, right? And we do not need we cannot just think about what we're going to post tomorrow. We got to plan ahead, how we can actually, what are we going to actually write about? What are we going to publish social content about for the next quarter? So kind of like I use the rule of thumb, which is 3+8, right? 3 months, that's fixed content. 8 months, contents can be changed according to the competitive environment. And the next thing that we need to do is to really to improve our website, which is our own media. We need to improve our website SEO to increase organic traffic, and that makes easier, for example, for Buddy Cloud's pet owners to find information about Buddy Cloud services, right? And not only that, in terms of marketing, where you look in terms of working on the digital space with media channels and Google search engine, I think physically we need to do partnership and collaboration, right? So for instance, for Buddy Cloud is to collaborate with veterinary clinics, pet supply stores, pet influencers in TikTok, Instagram, to really expand your reach and credibility, right? And lastly, once you build up your traffic, right, on your website, and I think through Google Analytics, you can actually build up first party data. I think having first party data today in your CRM system, your customer relationship, management system, it's very, very important because you can then not rely only on paid media by paying media to advertise your brand and to build that connection and engagement, but you can also build an email list and send regular newsletters with valuable content, product updates, and exclusive offer, right? Yeah. So this are the things that I've been working on for each of your brands that you have here. And before we can even look in terms of our marketing budgets, right? We really need to look at how we can do our measurements and set up our measurements and evaluation, right? So kind of like this is where data analytics comes in play, where I speak about this one here, right? So data analytics is very key here. So kind of like we need to set up a consumer data platform, right? Customer data platform, and in order for us to actually work out our budgets, right? So media evaluation and media measurements and evaluations are very key. Like for example, we want to track key metrics of our websites, social media engagement, and even working with your ERP systems, right? Your enterprise resource platforms, um, planning systems, right? Where sales of your kits and your CRM, what you call systems, where you look in terms of customer retention rates. So, and we got to constantly look in terms of conducting our customer surveys and focus group to get feedbacks for our business, so that and look in terms of what is our feedback on our marketing efforts, right? Especially when we develop kind of like a brand story. Does people already understand what are we what is our mission, what is our vision, and how are we uniquely positioned against our competitors? So we got to regularly analyze marketing campaign performance and make adjustments as needed, right? And the last part here, that I want to share here is customer relationship management, right? So kind of like that's very key because in this CRM, it really helps us to manage our customer interaction and data throughout the whole customer lifecycle, and thus improving customer satisfactions and retention, and help us to implement the systems, right, to manage our data, customer data, track interaction. And I think more importantly today, if we want to get good engagement with our customers, we need to personalize marketing communication. We need to personalize the communication with them, right? We got to talk to their pain points. Why? Whether it's B2C or B2B, every customers of ours, all right, has a pain point, and we need to address that. Then, so it's not about telling that our product is the best things after sliced bread, but it's more important to address the pain point, right? And I have a framework which is called PASTOR, right? PASTOR framework, right? PASTOR stands the abbreviation of PASTOR, right? So we first talk about the problem. The second thing, we talk about amplifying the problem. What if they don't solve the problem? And the third one is as. That's when we then provide our solutions to them. All right. And then T is the transformation, right? Transformation before they use our solutions and after they use our solutions. And then O is basically the offer, right? What is the promotion, right? What is the carrot for them to entice them to reach out to us, which is the R, right? R is reaching out to us. So kind of like I teach I share with my clients, customers in this PASTOR framework, PASTOR, to help them to personalize their marketing communication, right? So with that, I just want to, I don't want to, go through every single one, but I just want to say, like for green carbon, right? I have the same thing, the same analysis, right? But I just want to highlight some of the key points here. Um, so again, not much traffic for green carbon. So if you look at the green carbon, and the things that um, there's no Malaysian that goes to your website. And interestingly, a lot of most of your audience traffic comes from where? From India. I don't know why, right? Green carbon, right? A lot from India. So if you look at December itself, it peaks at about 1,002, right? 1,002. And so you have a few keywords and all this. So I just want to highlight that uh, you have you have backlinks, and you have lots of backlinks, right? 407 backlinks, and this is great, all right? So a lot of opportunities for you to actually drive and build your content hub, right? So kind of like you look at green carbon, you got a lot of high, what I call B2B search volume keywords to build your content hub. So you got like greenhouse emissions, you got greenhouse gas, carbon credits, greenhouse gas emission, with short form for GHG, carbon emissions, emission carbons, save the earth. So all these keywords are great to build your content hub, right? And if you adopt the PASTOR framework that I mentioned just now, PASTOR, you're able to develop your content hub very, very easily, all right? Very easily. And especially today with AI and generative AI, you're able to build your content hub quite rapidly. And so your go-to-market strategies is going to be very key in a sense. All right. And so kind of like I did what you call SEO audit on your website. Great. You got a lot of page titles, you got a lot of content that people can consume. But um I wouldn't say unfortunately, maybe there was a different phase of stage of your business life cycle. But a lot of them actually the things that's not uh we don't have traffic from Malaysia, right? So if you want to build a Malaysia market, then it's a bit tough in the sense that you got to cater, right, and build traffic towards that. So and the things that the other thing that I want to highlight is is this, right? So you can, I will share this with you. Green carbon is Miss Jane Saw, right? Jane is not here, is it?
It's for today's
Alyssa.
session, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alyssa, yeah. So I'll share this with you, Alyssa. All right. And happy to have that conversation with you to take on, right, in terms of what are the strategic initiatives that you can do for your marketing. All right. And for Elga Bio, right? Elga Bio, right? Uh, Hiboro-san, right? So kind of like did a SWOT analysis. So do check out this link here at the bottom here. So I will share a Google slide with you. So I have a whole deep study on on basically on your business, algae bio SWOT analysis in the Malaysian landscape. They are current. So have a look at it and look at some of the opportunities that we can actually look at. All right. So just let me just go to the opportunities section. Okay. Opportunity sections here. Yeah. Okay. So interestingly, the things that I think one of the key insights that I pick up here, right, for opportunities for algae bio is that Malaysian plants food market is projected to grow 11.4 from a CAGR point of view throughout 2025, and it's very much driven by Gen Z demand. So interesting, right? And the things that AlgoBio can target meat alternative using cholera protein, right? Which is 30% higher yield than soil, right? And this is great, right? Because I have a 22-year-old son who and 17-year-old son. Both of them, right, are looking to build up their muscles, right? Yeah. So they need a lot of protein. So we're taking a lot of eggs and things like that, bro. So kind of like I believe there's a strong market for that. And obviously we all love our functional snacks, right? Yeah. So kind of like I see when I read about this research, I think there's really great opportunities, right? For algae bio to really fulfill this market segments, right? Then obviously you have the biofuel incentives, right? And I'm sure you're aware of it in at least in Malaysia, right? And the thing is that you can look in terms of partnership with agro-tech startups like Fee V4, all right. I don't know them. Maybe Kimuro-san, you know them, all right. Yeah. You could actually integrate your algae or biofertilizer into this what I call precision farming system, right? So kind of like, do check out this desktop research that I've done for you, all right. In this deck that I have done, right. So kind of like again, just want to go quickly. So kind of like, yeah, there's not much traffic again in Malaysia. You need to build brand awareness, and I don't know why that's a dip, right? Since in May, there was a dip from 1,008 to about 500 in terms of website traffic. That's something that we need to look into it, right? You got good, keywords that ranks, but they are all ranked at the bottom in page after page number 5 or 8, right? And I think this is something that you need to actually build up your content hub. That's very key. You got lots of backlinks. You got 438 backlinks. Again, the more backlinks a page has, the more traffic you will get. And this traffic are quality traffic, means that people are keying on the search engine like Google, and they're keying keywords that's related to your business. And what I call this as highly intent, all right, potential customers of you, right? So kind of like having backlinks are very key. So I have a spreadsheet that I've already done up here for you, and do click at the bottom of the link, and this is the actual spreadsheet, right? Which I'm happy again to walk you through, right? How you can actually develop more backlinks, how you can build Content Hub from this backlinks that you have, so that you get more traffics to your websites. And did a Google keyword research, and you can see that right now on your website there is no relevant keywords to build your Content Hub. So you need to build, because whatever keywords that's in your website is talk about world population, global population, Earth population, but not very specific to what you do, right? Yeah. So we need to go back to our backlinks, and did a SEO audit on your website too. Fantastic, lots of content, right? But we need to actually make sure that all the keywords are basically indexed, right, on your websites amongst the Google search engine, right? So kind of like again, I have this one here. It's basically this marketing plan is a first draft, right? So, Mr. Kimura-san, this is only first draft. So again, I use your mission statements, right? Articulate your mission statements. I hope they are correct. I'm sure they're correct because I visited your websites. I comb all the backlinks that talks about your business, what your focus are, and all these things here. And from there, I developed the first draft of the marketing plan. So please do have a look at it. I don't have time to go through it. Yeah, but again, I'm happy to have a conversation with you on this to run through you the details, right? How do you build your Content Hub? How do you actually deploy your social media marketing, right? What channels do you go to? And how you do your SEO? How do you do your partnership and collaboration and email marketing? And how do you actually, work out your budgets and set up a measurements and evaluation tool and a CRM, so forth, right? And what are the next steps? And lastly, anybody from Kentasu, right? Kentasu is Mr. Hajime Sato, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm here. Okay.
yeah. So I went to your website, and to be honest, there's only one page. Right. I think maybe you're just starting out, right? Yeah. Again, I have I did a SWOT analysis for your business. So again, have a look at it, right? And a lot of work needs to be done, right? No traffic in Malaysia, even though your domain is kentasu.my, right? There is no traffic, right? So please do check on your Google Analytics, the website developer on your website. Ask them, give me reports on the Google Analytics, right? And I would think that you probably need to hire a SEO agency, right? If you need a SEO agency, do talk to me because we do offer the services too, right? So kind of like there's no traffic, there's no keywords definitely, right? So if I would check within your website, um, there are some relevant keywords, right? Even though it's one page, right? Which means that potentially you can build, your Content Hub, right? Things like combination of hospitals and clinics, which is like 14,800, right? Again, I just need you to be aware, just because somebody key in hospitals and clinics on the Google search engine, they might not be your target market, right? Because yours is more B2B, right? Yours hospitals, healthcare providers, and things like that. So we need to look in terms of offering that services, right? So henceforth, the things that what I did was I went to I did a search, right? I did a search on your Google and look at all your competitors, and then from there, um, I came out with basically the strategies, right, for you, right? So again, I wouldn't want to use this strategy because we need more information. We need to do more research to enable us to actually work out what is your marketing plan, right? Then again, if you look in terms of your mission statements, right? This is the whole part of all the mission statements, right? Yeah.
Sorry, could I ask a question?
Yes, Alisa.
Yes, thank you so much for your presentation. So I really think this graph that's on the screen right now is going to be very useful for us
Mm,
at Green Carbon. So one of the things I wanted to ask was, for as an expert in marketing in Malaysia, what would be the kind of websites or platforms that are useful for media alerts or monitoring? Um, that maybe for us specifically looking at like climate change or carbon credits, B2B
mm.
insights, which ones or what websites or um, platforms should I try and focus on?
Okay. Yeah. So just let me just pull out this sheet here, right? Yeah. And I just want to make it super relevant to you. So websites. Okay. So being what do you call B2B marketing, right? Company, right? I think first of all, LinkedIn is definitely a very important platform for you, right? And having the combination of LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, and YouTube, I think that's going to be a platform that you can use to engage your audiences. And I think the things that you key in, all right, that you actually post, as you can share your customer updates and things like that, company updates. I think interactive platforms are definitely very key, right? Where you organize a lot of Q&A sessions in LinkedIn, right? And then you promote it in X, right? To say that you're going to have a LinkedIn event, right? Q&A sessions, or a live video streaming, right? And then from there from there, once those people, say for example 1,000 people come to your live sessions in LinkedIn, right? Yeah. And then once that you happens, they register for it, you have the first party data. And this is where you want to build a community in Facebook, right? In Facebook. So because Facebook is a very good way to build communities, right? Because we always think that B2B market, people tend to only consume LinkedIn, but they also have the other lives, right? Which is Facebook, right? So you want to build, Facebook engagement. Like for example, in Malaysia right now, pickleball is very, very popular. Pickleball is very popular, and it's played by all ages, right? And I see a lot of those Gen X and baby boomer CEOs. They're all playing pickleballs right now, right? So kind of like in our marketing communication, we don't only need for a B2B marketing company need just to be so serious, right? All the time, serious, right? So we can create events like a pickleball challenge, right? Organized by Green Carbon, right? All right, and do a kind of a series of like 6 months preparation before your competition, right? Organized by Green Carbon, for example. So what I'm trying to say here is that by using a combinations of the platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, we want to integrate that in the omnichannel environment. We want to have interactive content. We want to do build community in Facebook, and hence to get first party data, and eventually to have a strong community, right? That's so passionate about green carbon.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about your questions, right? I just want to share with you. I have done a desktop research in terms of the 2025 media consumption landscape in Malaysia, right? So it's kind of like a comprehensive analysis of digital trends and social dynamics, right? So kind of like do have a read of it when I send you the slides. So this is the main slide. So if you click at the bottom here, all right, you will be directed to the analysis, right? So yeah. So I've shared with you on this analysis, all right? So kind of like got to make sure that the link is correct. Okay. Yeah. So please do check out the analysis, right? So what are the media consumptions, the landscape, right? And I think this could be super useful for you, right? What are demographics? You know, what are the shifting media habits? What are platform competitions? What are people advertising, right? And what are some of the regulatory intervention and so forth, right? Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but I thought I just want to share with you. So so over the last weekend, I just deep dive and spend my time understanding your business, trying to give you a lot more value, right? In today's session, right? Okay, so I'll pass back the time to Chris.
Mhm. Yep. Thanks everyone for the questions, and David for sharing the.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Chris.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you soon.